3 reasons why you need hypnotherapy. The easiest way to reprogram your mind is through your subconscious. It's not like what you see on TV. It's more like a lovely guided meditation. It's 3 times more powerful than willpower alone. Trust your subconscious. It knows more than you do.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. You look beautiful.
You want to check out this afro already?
Right on.
Oh.
Woo. Disco baby.
What up? How are you?
I'm doing great.
I was running a little late.
Jara's been working on her yard. Tell us about what you've been doing back there.
Yeah, so I have just been clearing off my back patio because, well, I would like to make patio furniture out of either pallet wood or reclaimed cedar pickets. So my uncle gave me a bunch of reclaimed cedar pickets. I believe they came from a hog barn. So I've been washing those and cutting them, and so my kids have been helping me, and it's so I also have my wood stuff that I want to sell. So I feel like it's been good too because it's been so hot that when I'm working out there, I'm like super sweating a lot, and I feel like I'm getting rid of a lot of toxins or something.
Detox.
I know. I was like, I bet this is good for you, actually, to sweat that.
It is. Anytime you do anything constructive, it's good for you.
Right?
It gives you a sense of accomplishment, and when you're done, you have something to show for it, and it makes you feel good. It gets your mind thinking other things. You know, you think when you're doing stuff with your hands. That saved my life. Doing something with my hands actually saved my life.
Yes, dude. I think a lot when I'm doing it. And I don't know, I feel like I connect with nature. I really like being outside. Like, it doesn't matter that it's so hot. I just really
I know I was a bit worried about you, but then I go out there. Like yesterday, I went out there and I washed my car, but I had my bathing suit on.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been wearing, a bathing suit and like shorts and yeah. So I'm drinking a lot of water, and I've been taking naps because it's kind of making me tired or whatever. So I've been taking naps, and I've been going to bed pretty early, but I've been getting up early though. I've been getting up at like 5:30 or 5.
So like
Because
I had a couple of days with where I had to do 2 sessions, and believe it or not, hypnotherapy, you have to take a nap because I get kind of in the zone too. I feel like I'm hypnotizing myself sometimes.
Oh, I bet. I would totally. I feel like I would hypnotize myself because I feel like I get like that. And like today, I actually I almost hurt myself because I was thinking. I was not thinking, but I was. This sounds weird, but when I'm working with the wood, I don't know. I feel a connection with the wood for some reason. So every time I'm like washing a board, I don't know. The eyes look like eyes to me.
They look like eyes to me too, even when they're still in the trees, when you can kind of see like knots.
Right. I feel like I see a soul in them, right? So like whenever I'm like sanding wood or washing it, I always feel like I'm talking to the wood, and I'm asking it, what's your story? Because like I feel like I can tell and I can feel the essence of a tree and from the wood that I'm working with, because like the rings, like I feel like some trees I feel like that were very strong and old, their rings are very pronounced, like super pronounced in the wood. And I don't know, it's weird. Like there was a piece today that the piece of wood, it looked like, to me, the eyes looked like a young innocent tree that was like, it reminded me eyes of like Dumbo eyes or something. Like I know trees can't be clumsy, but
like big like crocodile eyes. What are they called?
I don't know. I was like, it just seemed like a young, like it had the soul of a young tree or a young, I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird. But then I have a piece of wood today that I think the tree was struck by lightning, so that's cool. Because it has Lichtenberg marks and a stripe all the way down the board. And that's like what I was telling you, and I think I told you about that, the Grand Canyon, like how I think. Oh, was it you that I told? I think it was you.
Told me. Yeah, tell us about that. Let's talk about that. So we grew up learning that the Grand Canyon was built by water, right?
I think that's what they told us. And then I looked it up recently, and it said that it was made by like tectonic movement. So there was like an uplift of a plate, and then because of the uplift, of course, water, running down, erosion or whatever, helped to carve it. I believe is what it is, the current thing. And if I'm incorrect, I would love for somebody to like please educate me, because I don't know for sure.
Look it up.
But
Let's look it up right now.
Yeah, let's. And while you're doing that, I'll see if I can pull up Google Earth. So I don't know. I've always found similarities in nature, like in our human body. I've always seen stuff like that. Like, to me, I think that what they depict as outer space or whatever, if there is outer space that looks like that or whatever, to me it looks like nerves, right?
Could be. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing with sacred geometry, that
right.
It's supposed to have, like, there's sacred geometry in all of life, like flowers and leaves,
and everything is fractal, right? So like if you look at the earth, there's things, like if you look at Google Earth, there's things on the earth that look like things that are on us, or things that are on a plant, and they're like, so like the Lichtenberg marks. So Lichtenberg marks are what the scars that are made when somebody is struck by lightning. It's a very specific scar pattern. Um, I'm not good at the whole sharing screen thing, but I'll try. Let's see if I can. But anyway, I've always thought um, that rivers and some things like on Google Earth, like on our planet, that they look like those marks. And so I was just looking at it the other day, and I guess there's also a type of wood burning that's called wood fracking.
Oh yeah, Matt does that.
And you induce high voltage electricity to it, and it turns this like crackle. It makes that same Lechtenberg mark as lightning when lightning strikes a person. So to me, the Grand Canyon looks like it was made. It looks like a Lechtenberg scar. So it looks like it was, to me, it was made by like something like high voltage electricity or something. To me, that's what it looks like, but I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to try and pull. My computer's loading up right now. It was all the way off. So let's see here.
And I hope I might be saying that wrong. Let me see. It might be Lichtenberg, not Lichten. Hang on.
Oh, Liechtenstein.
Yeah, it's Lichtenberg. Is actually, so my bad, guys. Lichtenberg. Okay, so these are the marks. Let's see if I can share my screen.
So in school, we learned that it was water and erosion that made the Grand Canyon. And we thought, that it probably took years and years to get that way, right?
Right.
That's what we thought.
Okay, let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so these marks right here.
Ooh, that does look like the Grand Canyon.
Okay, so those are, I don't know.
She got struck by lightning? Wow, wow.
Yeah, these people all were struck by lightning. Okay, so also when you if you look at the wood fracking or whatever, let's see. See that? It makes that mark. Those marks.
That looks so cool.
See that?
Yes, that looks so cool.
Okay, so like now, like when you go to like Google Earth, hang on here.
It says the Colorado Plateau was a key step in the eventual formation of the Grand Canyon. The action of plate tectonics lifted the rocks high and flat, creating a plateau through which the Colorado River would cut down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, so that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
It lifted up and then the water ran down. Okay. So now if we go there. Dude, Arizona is so interesting to me.
Arizona's very interesting, dude. That does look, oh my gosh, you're absolutely right, Jara.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, I think my sister's in his house.
Look at that. You see that?
Yeah, that looks exactly like that.
And that's the Grand Canyon, right? So, to me, I don't know. To me, it does. It looks like that. That looks like.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Totally. Oh, crap. Hang on. Is my computer going to?
Oh, plug that bad boy in. Oh, did she die? Maybe she died. She might have died, everyone. So what she's trying to say is that she may, like, she does a lot of looking into, she watches a lot of podcasts about stuff like probably ancient civilizations, or like the land before it was the way it is now. And she does her research. She really does. And she's very interested in all of that. So I love to hear what she has to say about it all the time, because I'm very, very open to other people's opinions and what other people's thoughts on things. So I think it's interesting, and I absolutely love to do that. Maybe the Grand Canyon was not created as the way we thought it was. Maybe it was something else. Maybe it happened some other way. We don't know because we weren't there, right? That's what I say. So, sister, are you still in there? Go ahead and join on in. Let me put the link in the chat if you'd like. Oops, don't want to do that. Link in the chat for my sissy. Let's see here. There we go. But I don't see anything in here about it. I was born and raised in Arizona, so we pretty much know the how-tos and the what-fors about it. But, it's when you come to a point where you release everything that you think you know and understand that you don't quite know everything is when you really do know things. So you have to have an open mind and realize that at some point in time, you don't know what you think you know. I, for one, had to unlearn and then relearn everything again within the past 4 years. And that has been quite the journey indeed. I would say it was a spiritual awakening process, but now that I'm in the process, I do believe that your whole life is a spiritual awakening. So I kind of don't like the words woke, or even when they say spiritual awakening anymore, because they made it kind of trendy, like it's all rainbows and unicorns farting rainbows, but it ain't pretty. It is definitely a lot of work, inner work, and it's definitely painful, actually. So let's see what I've been working. I had been working on some stuff actually about spiritual awakening. So let me see what I wrote down. I've been very busy lately. If anybody is having any issues with depression, anxiety, anything really, if you want to make a positive change, if you want to quit smoking, if you want to quit drinking, if you want to quit doing a certain behavior or acting a certain way, if you want to make a something transformational, come to me. That's what I do. I'm a transformational life coach and hypnotherapist, and so far it's been very successful. And I would put the farm on it, if that's what they say. Is that what they say? I don't know if that's what they say. Yeah, so like if you've been through this, you'll know what I'm talking about. If this has happened to you, you'll totally understand everything that I am about to say. Spiritual awakening usually happens when you're either triggered by a major event, or a crisis, or a death of a loved one, a chronic illness, maybe a near-death experience. Sometimes it just happens because your soul is ready to mature. And in the beginning of the process, you begin to search for more depth in your life. You begin to search for more meaning to your life. And you start to ask yourself questions like, what is my purpose? And what is the meaning of life? So that gets kind of hairy, it leaves you in kind of a weird space. Next comes, this feeling that something is missing from your life. You feel like you're searching for something, but you don't know what. And that can be very lonely because everybody else around you doesn't understand, because they're not going through it with you. You're not going through it. You're doing this alone. And so you finally like relent to the fact that you are, something is happening to you. And then they talk about the matrix, right? They talk about escaping the matrix, or take the red pill or the blue pill. And you finally relent to the fact that you've taken the red pill. And that means that everything you thought you knew, you have to relearn again in a different way. And so there's everybody else around you that are taking the blue pill, which is comfortable and staying within the lines of everything, basically just coloring within the lines. And for some reason, even if you wanted to, you just can't stay in the lines. You must discover your truth. It's like a push or a pull from inside of you that you can't do anything about but go with it, because that pull is the creator. Like, that pull is God. So you realize that you do have the choice to do something different, and then you take that choice and you do it. You don't know what you're doing, but you do it. So somebody famous said there's two kinds of people in the world. There are people who need to be told what to do, and then there are people who figure it out by themselves. And you become one of those people that figures it out by yourself. And your mind becomes aware of itself. You become self-aware. And that's a big thing. Doesn't sound like it is, but it really, really is. You become aware of yourself, and you begin to think about things that you were always taught not to think about. You begin to think about things that you never realized could be true. You begin to get highly, highly sensitive of the suffering of others. And when you are doing that, when all that is happening, you feel very alone and very misunderstood. And no matter how much you try to get people to understand, you just feel more misunderstood. And it gets very lonely. It gets very lonely because of that disconnection. You feel a deep ache that does not seem to stop. It does not seem to stop, that you can't find an answer for. And in that moment of disconnection, you find out that moment of disconnection is like profoundly intertwined with the whole process. Like that moment of disconnection is the meat of the whole thing. Let me let Jara in really quick. So
What are you guys talking about?
I'm talking about spiritual awakening.
Oh, okay. So, I'm so sorry about that.
That's okay. So you realize you're in this darkness and this lonely place, and then you think back and you realize that you must walk through the valley of the shadow of death, before you come through the light. And that's what it is, basically. So
hello. For some reason, I can't tell if there's people in here. I don't know why it looks different.
I think my sister might be in there. Then what happens?
Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting that her name's different.
Yeah.
People are burning down. Oh, yeah, that's what I heard about. Actually, I heard how dangerous it is to try to do those wood fracking burns. That they're super dangerous, and like the wood explodes and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool how the Grand Canyon looks like that. So like what happened? What were you guys how'd you get on what you were talking about? Like,
because how we were born and raised in Arizona, and so we pretty much know the ins and outs of the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah. So like
but then I said, but sometimes you have to realize that everything you think you know, you don't really know. And that's when you really do become knowledgeable. And so that's what brought me into the spiritual awakening thing.
I was looking at like Mount Eldon and stuff too on Google Earth, because it looks like a spooge of magma or something. Hang on, I want to see if I can pull it up. It's so interesting to like look at stuff If you look at it without looking at it through eyes of like what we've been told, just look at it and see what it looks like. You know what I mean? Because like we're told so many things that sometimes I think that we discount a lot of things because we think we already know something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's hard to tell somebody that they don't know what they think they know.
Right. But then if you just look at something and just look at it, like I can see like where Mount Eldon kind of looks like magma just kind of seeped out of a hole and kind of spooged down. Or it could be like a volcano. But I didn't know that in New Mexico, and Nikki probably knows this, but maybe because she's kind of closer to New Mexico, but the White Sands National Park, that white sand dunes, I didn't know that there was white sand dunes in the United States. They're so pretty. Have you seen those?
Know that? Oh, yes.
No, they're beautiful. I want to
my sister
go.
went to go play there.
Huh?
People go play there. Like they play in it like it's the snow. But it's sand.
Right, I know. I want to go there, and it's a national park. It became the 62nd national park, I guess. But it's crazy because there's also like a missile site there, so they do like they did like nuclear testing and stuff there too. But it's the largest gypsum dunes or deposit in the world. It's like huge.
So gypsum, I wonder what gypsum is good for. Let me check that out.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. What are the qualities in that? Because I don't know, the pictures look etheric and spiritual to me.
I'm sure it's
online. Gypsum.
Gypsum, I found it.
Ooh. As a fertilizer. Oh.
Gypsum.
Huh.
A fertilizer?
That's interesting.
Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, I guess
it's the main in plaster drywall. Oh, dude. So like, that's cool.
Is gypsum the same as selenite?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Well, if it was, would it? Oh, selenite gypsum. Yeah, maybe. Yes, it's the crystallized form, dude. Yes, it's the crystallized form. So gypsum is just the powder. So if you just turned that, into the powder form, then
so let
me
tell you a little bit about selenite. Selenite is a self-cleansing crystal. So if you have another crystal,
right,
that you've done readings with or you've done cleansings with, and you put it right by this one, it will cleanse this crystal. This crystal is very powerful. This crystal, you can put them on by all your doors.
I wonder what it is about the property that makes it cleansing. Like what, because I know, so it cleanses the energy. So it neutralizes energy somehow. I guess. Yeah. I wonder.
It does. Yep, positives and negatives, ones and zeros.
What are some of the other qualities that it has?
Selenite is amazing. Selenite does everything. It's the one and all. It's the best. Let me see if I
wonder what that does. I wonder when there's like pockets of like minerals like that. I wonder what that does on the energy level, like on an electro. I wonder if that's able to be read somehow on some kind of something. Like, because it has to affect things on an electromagnetic level, I would think.
It does. You can hook up any crystal to something and it'll read whatever electromagnetic.
Right. So when you have a big deposit of it like that, I wonder, like, that's kind of neat.
I'm going to look it up right now, but I want to see what it is.
It's interesting that they chose right there to do as a missile site too, because you can also, can't you use like that that's not something you could use for like to make bombs or anything, right? Because I know that they use fertilizer, but I don't know if that's the same type of thing. Huh.
So selenite removes energetic blockages. It improves mental clarity. It transmutes negative energy into positive energy. It clears and amplifies other crystals. and it cleanses the aura and your chakras. So that's very important because your chakras are the most important system in your body.
We should totally go there, dude. It'd be like taking a bath, an energy
Why not
bath.
just like roll around in it?
Right. And then we could bring some back with us, or would that be bad juju?
Oh wait,
I
don't
guess
know.
technically you're not allowed to do that. I didn't say that
Yeah,
out
I mean,
loud.
you're not allowed to take anything from a
From a national park.
Yeah, national park.
Nope, only people. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So now I'm gonna look up
because they
white
say
sands,
people
New
go missing.
Mexico.
Okay. Oh, dude, and we got to go to the biodome too. Still.
What else? Okay, so what do I put? White sands, New Mexico.
Sand everywhere, every crack.
Elements or something, or like properties.
Property? What are you looking at?
Wait, what kind of properties? Like healing properties? Put maybe that.
For what?
Just to see what it says.
For
You never know.
if there's healing properties at the White Sands.
Yeah. Okay. It says here. Oh wait. Let's see here. Epic photos. White sands. It doesn't say yet. Oh, it's how? No, it's not. It's not how. Yeah, it doesn't say.
You know what
anything.
else I think is?
What?
You know what else I think is interesting about Google Earth? So I'm gonna share my screen real quick here.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay, so like how in the ocean, how it shows like at the bottom of the ocean, it kind of shows like the ocean floor or whatever. I could see if it's accurate or whatever, like if this is like actually like land or whatever, this big pork chop shaped like continent and stuff. I don't know. I just think, where is it? There's a lot of land that, I don't know. I just think there's more land somehow that that haven't been told about. Cause like, if this was all just a little bit less ocean, that would all be, those would be like, that would be land. That would be a whole continent.
Here it is.
Yeah. Can you see my screen or no?
Now we can.
Oh, sorry. Look at, see all this?
Oh, that does look like a pork chop.
You see all this right here?
Now, what is that?
That's
what
land.
Is it named?
It's just it's ocean, but like I think this land sits up higher, right? So if the ocean, if the water levels change, which they do because Earth goes through cycles, right? Which is normal, I would think. I could see, I don't know, this would all be visible, right? So look at all this land that would suddenly appear and the Earth would look different.
Those are called,
well, this is the Ring of Fire, because this is where the continental, like the plates are subduction zones or whatever. But, and I swear this looks bigger than it used to. Am I the only person that feels this way? Can I please get somebody to please weigh in on that?
Yeah, you're right.
Did we used to have this much ocean right here, y'all? Did we? Because I don't think we did. I don't remember like half the world being ocean.
No, I agree. I don't remember there being a blank spot on the globe. Do you?
Not like that.
Not that blank.
And then I was like, wait, what's this pork chop flavored country over here? I mean, shaped country. I think I'm hungry, dude. But you see it? You see the pork? You see this whole country right here? Okay, so this is a place. I'm pretty sure. Okay, y'all, I think this is a place. I don't know. So I was trying to look up any ancient maps, and I know that there are people out there that are so good at that. But I was just wondering if on any of those ancient maps, if there's any countries or continents that look like this pork chop thing.
Pull one up, one of those ancient maps. Want me to
I
try?
don't know where they're. I don't know where. I don't know how to access them. I'm not as good as those guys are. Martin Leakey and Jason Bashir. So those guys are autodidactic. Campbell, autodidactic. They have like crazy information. Everybody should go check them out. I highly recommend their channels. For like factual stuff. If you like truth, man. Anyway, I was wondering what's that pork chop thing? Huh?
My sister says the globes aren't accurate. Oops, did I show it?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I know they're not. But so like I wonder if there's any accuracy to that though, to the ocean parts at all.
We won't ever know. They haven't even explored the ocean very much.
I know, right? And I'm certain that Bigfoot comes from underground. I'm certain.
From what?
Or inside mountains. He comes from under or inside. Yeah.
Oh, I think so too.
The earth.
I think
certain of it.
On like another dimension. Ancient maps is what we're looking for. Okay, let's look. Ancient mapolas.
Yeah, because some of the ancient map. I mean, there's like maps that
okay, let me.
California is like not even attached to the rest of the United States. There's maps where like we're underwater, basically. Am I still sharing my screen? Let me check. I'm
trying to. What am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, I'm trying to make it so that I can go into a different.
I'm trying to not share my screen. Hang on. Stop sharing.
Okay, now what? Like this. Boom. And then?
And I turned 45, everybody, on Monday. So I am proud to be 45 years old. Yay.
Yay, you. Happy birthday.
45. Thank you. I am a middle-aged woman.
Oh, no, you're not.
I'm proud of it, dude. I like that. I am proud of being 45. Heck yeah, I'm 45. I'm white. Because I'm a lot older than that. For real. I'm so old.
Okay, so now I got to share my screen. Let me try it.
Plus, I still can pass for like 27.
You sure can.
I think.
You sure can, dude.
I wonder if I could pass for under 21 if I tried really hard and I had my hair dyed and I had like, I don't know. What are you trying to find? Oh, are you found an ancient map?
I'm trying to. I guess I'll have to share my entire screen, huh? Okay. So share. It doesn't want me to, I guess. Oh, not responding. Okay, give it a second.
Yeah, dude, why do you think so much ocean?
I did pull some up on Pinterest, the ancient maps, and they do look really different. And you can see that pork chop thing in one of these.
Huh? You can?
Yeah.
Really?
My computer is frozen right now, but can you still see me? Are we still going? As long as we're still going.
I can still see you. Yeah. For some reason, it doesn't show how many people are in chat or anything, though, like it usually does. It looks different.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I wonder why. Huh.
Mm.
Oh.
I don't know why I don't know what's going on my computer. It's just frozen.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can try to find it. What did you Google to find it? What did you Google?
I went into Pinterest and I put ancient maps.
Oh, you went into Pinterest.
Pinterest is my go-to.
Oh, here's some, I guess. Yeah, there's a bunch actually. I'm just looking at let's see here.
So what I'm seeing is a lot of A lot of weird things on these ancient maps. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
there's
the
a
first
lot.
person who made maps?
What'd you say?
The first person who made maps?
Right? I know. Well,
How do you do
dude,
that?
well, that once again, I don't believe that we are the like most technologically advanced. I think that there were societies and peoples before us that were much further along in different ways, though.
Oh yeah,
Right?
the
So,
landscape for sure.
you know, just not that long ago, the fact that we used to travel by airship, that people did that to me, is just blows my mind. I don't know why, because like they don't ever talk about it. Like, why don't they talk about stuff like that?
So
So
what
I
is an
watched.
airship? It's not a hot air balloon, right?
No, it's like a Zeppelin. It's like one of those big
Oh, okay,
metal.
like a blimp.
Yeah, but it took people. People rode on them
That is cool.
like airplanes. It was like a
I think
thing.
they still did this in like the 30s and the 20s, right?
It was like, yeah, it was like the early 19 somethings, but it's just, I don't know. And like I was watching, there's a channel called Mine Unveiled, and he has a lot of interesting stuff, like just interesting things that that they never talk about, or nobody ever, I had never heard of. Just
Like what?
all the different, well, like all the different underground stuff in different American cities that they don't ever tell anybody about or talk about. Like why they're there, why it's there, like why is there so much stuff underground that's like not talked about. Just histories, different false histories, like why are there so many orphanages and insane asylums, like that were built all over the US at a certain time frame, you know. Different
Well,
things
you know,
about.
there was 7 ancient civilizations that just disappeared.
Yeah, he talks about all kinds of stuff, and he talks about just there is so many things, everybody, that we're not told. There's so many. So God, there's so many. And people are like, why does it matter? You know, that was happened a long time ago, or it matters because there are so many things that are possible that people don't realize are possible, right? So when you discount all these things about our history and about the history of the world that are actual things, and you just believe a narrative, you're discounting all kinds of possibilities. Therefore, you're limiting your life, yourself. You're limiting every decision that you will ever make for the rest of your life, because
Yeah.
you didn't know or even think to open your mind enough to know about all these other possibilities that were literally right there. So that's why it
And that's
matters.
where it comes into, like, that's where we give away our power, because, well, actually, when we go to school, we're taught to learn these things and those things and nothing else. And so we kind of got tricked into giving away our power a little bit, but at least we
Yeah,
have a chance to get it back, you know?
we do, but we have to be responsible in that and know that all the information that is fed to us. Now I said that fed to us for a reason. Okay.
Mhm.
The information that is fed to us is most of the time is not good information. But if you
Yeah,
seek out your food, if you seek out your information, if you have your discernment and whatever that is like actual, you know, but don't just eat what they try to give you, because it's literally shit.
There's more than one way. And the reason they give it to you that way is because they want to give you the one that's going to empower you the least, because, you know, why would they want powerful people? That would make them less powerful. That would be not good for them. So that's, of course, they're going to feed us what is not the most in our best interest, really.
Right. Because why would they teach us how to plant food and grow food when we're children in school, so that we can learn how to manage our garden, so that we can grow the food that is required for our own family in our own yard, and just eat it and free up our time so that we don't have to go work at a job, so that we can make the food for the place to ship it to somewhere else. And we have to work so that we can earn our money and our retirement and we don't ever have time to grow our own food. We have to go buy it from the grocery store. But by the time we buy it, I learned today that if in order to get the nutritional value that was in one apple in 1941, you'd have to eat like 15 apples today.
Oh, really? So why?
Because there's no nutritional value left in the food anymore today. For after the way that they grow it, the way that they harvest it, the way that they put pesticides and chemicals on it, wash it, the way that they transport it, the way that they store it, the way that it's like put out in the stores and then sits on the shelf. There's like literally no value in it. We're just eating dead, literally. We weren't meant to do that.
Because when you eat things that don't have life in them anymore, like that, it deadens you too. So like you should eat stuff like plants and vegetables because that gives you life.
And they don't want us to ever have time to notice that all of this doesn't make any sense. Literally, the way our entire society, the way that we do things, it doesn't make any sense. And we are congratulating politicians for creating jobs that are unnecessary, because it's unnecessary to ship shit everywhere, everybody. That's the stupidest thing ever. Why did we ever decide to do that?
I know.
So dumb.
We have the ability, the land, the ground, everything we need to plant and make food that we don't have to ship across the whole damn place.
Right. And people deserve to have time to live their life. You know how it's not fair that if somebody gets sick in your family, that you have to figure out a way to ask permission to care for your loved one. And then you also have to figure out a way to ask permission from the law to take time off of work so that you can be deemed an okay person and not a lazy person, so that you can get like a little tiny little measly amount of disabilities or whatever. And so you're like, the fact that any of us have to do any of that is literally gross.
The fact that there is cures for cancer, that there's a cure for every cancer, and so many people have lost their lives and loved ones is gross.
Oh, you froze for a second. I didn't hear that last part.
Did I? I said the fact that there is a cure for cancer and so many people have lost their lives and their loved ones, including myself. That's gross. That there is been a cure for cancer. There was a cure for cancer before there was cancer. Like, it's terrible.
Right, and that cancer is even still being caused, and it's known to be being caused, and
that they're still using chemotherapy when chemotherapy actually kills you. Like, it's gross. It's disgusting that they do this.
Yeah, we're not doing things correctly, and in the last, it's just gotten really, really bad, and now it feels like people are having a hard time to finding the strength to hold themselves accountable for anything at all. And so when you have a world full of people that are making mistakes and nobody's at fault, it's really hard to fix anything. So
you can't fix anything if somebody doesn't hold themselves accountable for anything. You might as well just walk out the door, because it's no fixing there.
There is so much freedom and awesomeness in admitting like your role in seeing things.
Yeah, because
right?
when
Seeing
you
things clearly.
something else for something, you give it your power. Then you have no power. If you own your shit, like, you take your power back. Like, really.
Right, because if everything is your fault, then at least you have the ability to change it and fix it. Because if something is somebody else's fault, then then you have to wait for that person to fix it, and not for that. What if they don't want to fix it? Then you just have to, it has to suck. No, that's when you have to realize that ultimately you are the only person that can like do anything or change anything or make any decision for anything that you do. So just own it. And it feels good when you do that, because I don't know.
Ooh. That
It
was good,
feels
Sarah. You're absolutely right. So I'm right now, as we're talking, I'm reading this stuff about these 7 ancient civilizations that disappeared. And one of them called the Indus civilization, they're from Egypt. And that there was a theory that the disappearance was really an abnormal attack on that civilization. And skeletons were discovered, and they were found to be burned at such a high temperature that it was not possible.
Really? When?
Yeah,
Wait,
there couldn't have been an atomic attack. It was in Egypt, I guess. Let's see here.
And when was that?
This is ancient civilization. This is before.
That's interesting.
Before the social construct of time began.
Right. No, I wonder if it falls on one of the dates of one of the 138-year period dates. That's why I was wondering, because you said they were
They won't know because it was before the Mayans who invented the calendar. So.
Right. No, but if it was before the Mayans, and not still, as long as it was since the book of Genesis, then.
Okay, I found it. It says 8,000 years ago.
It doesn't give any reference to any other period in time that it's close to, because 8,000, like some, I don't know, the chronology that some people give isn't. Oh, are you sharing your screen?
So it would be where India and Pakistan are now. No, not yet.
8,000 years.
Oh, shit, I am? I am. Okay, so let me go into it. But
wait, so did they find only people, or was there buildings or like ruins or what? How do they know there was a civilization there? Do you know? Oh, that's just me. Uh-oh. Susie, did you go away? I think she took herself out somehow. Okay, I didn't hear what civilization that she was looking at. So I'm wondering if they left any type of building or any type of something behind. Like, how did they know that there was a civilization there if they just disappeared?
Let's see. So I'm reading it right now, but I'm not going to share it because I don't want it to.
There you are. Again. I don't know where you went. You left me alone.
Was it a long time? I tried to make it fast. It was pretty fast.
Well, you reminded me of the time when I lived out at Sunset Crater. I was 2. This is a vague memory. This is one of my first memories. And I thought I was all alone, and I had a punching balloon, and I remember Jergens lotion. And I remember coming out with my punching balloon out of a room and thinking that I was all alone. And that's how I just felt just now.
Look at how messy my desk is.
I can smell Jergens right now.
I know my mom wore it. Is that weird? Like cherry almond.
I mean, is it weird? Can you smell smells in your brain? Does everybody's brain work like mine?
Okay, not everybody.
Yeah, I'm a smell feel healer. I'm a smell feel.
That is one of the things that I do to test my clients to see how susceptible they are to hypnosis. I ask them to recall smells from their childhood, and if they can smell them, then they can do it.
Yeah, I can. I can feel colors and smell, and I feel things. Yep.
Nope, it doesn't say. It's okay. Some facts about the Indus civilization. So it is the 4 great.
How do you spell it?
Indus.
Indus.
And it's probably the oldest one, it says.
But there were burned people, huh?
Yeah, they got like zapped, like atomically, but there was no atomic. There's nothing atomic back then.
Was there what's it called, ruins, like buildings, or
There was they had cities. They were known for their architectural planning, and it was
oh,
unparalleled.
they did have cities, huh?
Giant platforms.
Huh. Burned. Hang on. How do you look up that did they disappeared, or would you?
So you can look up 7 mysteriously lost ancient civilizations, and it will be in there. So,
okay. Oh, I see. Harappa.
Arapaho.
What is that?
Arapaho.
Huh.
So, yeah. So I'm moving down to the next one, I think. The Punt people.
Punt?
The Punt people are near mythical. Why are they near mythical? Let's see.
Punt people, huh?
They're Egyptian.
Okay.
And no archaeologist has figured out exactly where they were.
Wait, so how did
I know, how did they figure it out?
That's what I want to know.
I guess that's why they say they're near mythical. It's believed that the Punts, they were okay.
It's known from ancient Egyptian trade records, it looks like. So it was known from trade records, I guess.
Oh.
So they saw records of it?
It says there's very little evidence that they were even there, barely. They produced gold and ivory from the animals. They just say that the exact location is still debated by historians. They think it was Southeast Egypt. And it doesn't say how they disappeared, though.
Huh.
But did you know
how long does it take for human bones to like decompose?
Oh, it can go fast or it can go slow depending on the weather.
Because I don't know. I feel like we would be seeing more dead people. Like if all the people that have ever lived on Earth, they died here, right? So they're here somewhere, like somehow, still, whether it be that they're buried somehow, right? So shouldn't we somehow see more bones or something? Is that a stupid question?
You know anything about those? You know anything about those big heads on Easter Island?
Those stone heads?
Yeah.
Just that. No, not really. Just that they were obviously put there by somebody intelligent, and they were big enough that somebody had to somehow figure out a way to put them there.
Well, they were discovered between 300 and 1200 AD.
I think that there's been many ancient civilizations that have fallen, or many that were at least as like intelligent as we are. But I think technologies are different.
Oh, definitely. Like, how did they move these 32-foot, 82-ton thingies, you know?
I have a question too, that so like at the beginning of the Bible, like when I read the Bible after my cousin passed away and I started reading the Bible again, it was like it was different because I had read it before many times, not like the whole Bible, but I had read like parts of it, but it seemed different when I read it again. And I noticed something that first time that I read it again that to me, I'd never noticed it before. And it's when God says, "Let us make man in our image." And I was like, wait, huh? Wait, I was like, wait, who's us? Who's us? I thought he was alone or whatever. So, but anyway,
yeah.
so, but that's not the thing so the other day I was listening to Jason Bashir's, and he was talking about something else that I never noticed either. And that's when God says, he tells like Adam and Eve to go be fruitful or whatever. And he says to replenish the earth. Replenish means to refill it. Why would he tell Adam and Eve to refill the earth? If that means it would have had to have been full at one time. Right?
Right.
Interesting. Just a thought. Just food for thought. Food for thought. Yeah. So I think there's been lots of like times that things have happened. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I think there was a time that things happened before Adam and Eve.
Is my audio okay? Is my mic okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right, then. If it's okay, then it's okay. Yeah, I think there's something they haven't told us, because why would they say that? Why would they say there or replenish? What happened to the first plenish?
Yeah, what happened to all those people?
Yeah, but that's pretty crazy that some of these 7 people disappeared. Well, one of them was due to
weren't those one people too? Pilgrim people? What were they? The the Roanoke or
Roanoke?
What were they? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Puritans.
Puritans. Yeah, the one people. Not they were like, but was it Johnstown or
Jamestown?
Was it Jamestown?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. We don't bother knowing our U.S. history because it isn't real anyway.
I knew it one point.
I actually won I know, I did too. I was good. I was really good. I won the geography bee, and I got to come and meet the governor. I got to meet Fife Symington, and I got to come and see Congress.
We've already been on for an hour.
Have we?
Okay. Let me find a few positive things to say right here.
Well, I have a whole bunch of positive things I can say. I challenge everybody tomorrow to go out and live tomorrow through the eyes of like you haven't seen things before. So don't look at things like you know what they are. Just look at them and see what they're doing and look at them with wonder, because the world is a fun place when you look at stuff like that.
Yeah, it is.
And
like challenge yourself to. Sorry?
Oh, I was just going to say, if you really pay attention to things too, you'll see things that you've never seen before. You'll notice things you've never seen before, I promise.
You will. If you challenge yourself to hold space that you don't quite know exactly what you think you know, you will discover a lot of beauties that you never knew about. I mean, you will expand your consciousness and your mind, and it's actually really invigorating to do that. It's actually adds to your life to do that. So I challenge everybody to do that too. Let's step outside the box. Step outside the box, man. It's nice out there.
And when you look at things from a different vantage point like that, like I said, you see all kinds of things you've never seen before, but you didn't go anywhere new. So that means you see people that you have in your life that you always had saw, but you see them differently too. And that's also a good thing sometimes. And it gives you an appreciation for the people in your life. And maybe it makes you see them a little bit differently. So take a look at things from a slightly different vantage point tomorrow. Yes. And let us know how pretty it looks.
Enjoy your life. Like, enjoy it. Find the mysteries. Find somewhere where you can widen your eyes and be childlike again, because it's time to enjoy your life and see things from a different eyes. That's how you find your
Yep.
authentic self. Telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know what, being your authentic self is the key to living a fulfilling life. Don't deny yourself
Yes.
that.
Right. And you
So,
don't have to take from others in order to be your authentic self either.
you do not. It's completely, you already have everything you need within you and around you to become your authentic self, and it's free.
And then you can give. And then, yep, you can
You
give.
have to
It is
break
so
the chains of
possible for
limitation.
everybody to be rich. It's
Is.
possible. It's possible. The only people that want you to believe that it's impossible for everybody to have everything that they need are the people that are at the top, because they can't have you believing that, because they know that if we all believe that we all have everything that we need, that we are all powerful enough, that would have just exactly happened just like that. So they need
Exactly.
us to believe that there is scarcity, so that that's what will happen, because we are creators, y'all.
Don't
So
believe in
don't
you
believe
guys.
in that bullshit.
Break the chains of limitation that they put around you. And like,
Right. We live in a world where water falls out of the sky and food grows out of the ground. Like,
yes,
for real.
there's enough. There's a way.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, let's all be rogue and eat some apples and just drop those seeds wherever we go. Let's just plant some trees, rogue trees, y'all. Rogue trees. Let's do it.
I challenge everybody to eat a fruit tomorrow and throw the seed where it will grow.
Right. Just drop them and let them grow. And then if they start trying to hold back and pretend like there's a food shortage, we can just start picking the food that we all plant, because they can't arrest us for spitting out seeds. Are they going to do that? So you know what, y'all, that's what we can, if there's ever a time where there's nothing else that we can do, we can at least poop and spit seeds everywhere that we go, and something will grow. Something will grow, I promise.
Like Papa Squat.
So we will always have food, you guys. We will always have food.
Oh, yes, we
Yay.
will. Okay, so on that note,
We
I
solved
think
it.
we can end the night on that note. That's a positive note to end it on. Jara, do you have anything exciting to share before we go?
Nope, just that I'm going to plan where I'm going to plant my seeds tomorrow on my walk. Oh, it's funny.
Okay, so
and
if
on
you're
the
new
news, they're
here,
going to be like, all of a sudden, there's all these trees that are popping up all over the city. It's unexplained.
If you're new here, please hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the notifications so you can know when we're on. And see you next week.
Yes. Oh.